I have been struggling recently, primarily just playing really badly. Don't know why. Just it's one of those days, one of those weeks. It feels like where nothing in Hunt is really going my way, and you know, people will say it's a skill issue. I agree, but I was thinking, how can I get out of this funk? How can I try something else and just mix it up a little bit, to try and get back into playing, you know, semi-decently again? And so I figured, you know what, it's time to prestige. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to prestige, and I'm going to share some of the loadouts I use when I prestige. So let's do it. Let's hit that prestige. I am absolutely going to do that, and because I don't have a new legendary item, I'm going to make sure I hit 10% XP on all missions, or whatever it is. 10% on all mission XP, yeah. And I'm going to claim that. Why? Because I want to level up fast. I don't need the extra money. And you know what? I'm actually going to go with this combat axe one because I want to get throwing axes. I want to get throwing axes relatively quickly because I like throwing axes. And I'm actually going to go with this Nagant as well. So let's start off with that and get into the next game. So, you know, 3 character, we've got an axe, we've got Nagants, you know, this is very much a close range build, so I'm just going full throttle straight into the complex. I really don't care if I lose this character, really, because, you know, it's just a free character and I'm just trying to get XP at this point. But I can hear them in there, and I know that they're more on the left side of the building, fighting the assassin, probably at the top of the stairs. Sneaky, but you know, they haven't quite heard me, I don't think. I think they've been too busy with the assassin, who's loudly standing next to him. I didn't see that person to the left of me at the time. Got a little bit stuck on the assassin there, which messed me up, and of course I'm now low health. Should have probably killed. And that would have definitely been much better, but not too much. Oh no, he died. Died as well. Which is quite funny. Oh, there we go, crouch walkers. You know, when I say I'm playing badly, I really do mean that I am playing badly. Like, for some reason, I'm struggling in lobbies like this, and in all honesty, I shouldn't be struggling in lobbies like this. I think it's a mental thing, and I think I just need to break out of it. But you know, it is what it is. So this one, we were using a shotgun and another Nagant pistol with the newest skin there, which is so pretty, such a pretty gun. It's a shame I don't use it that much. Dialing in the aim. I very rarely get killed with the Nagant, so that was nice. So I look here, no one there. And look left there slightly, no one there. No idea. Absolutely no idea. I glanced, but yeah. So axe again, and the dual silenced Nagants this time because we unlocked those. Very much going for the throwing axes here. I like the throwing axes. I'm a big fan of them. So I'll unlock them quickly while I can. What the? So I believe these are two new people who just shot an immolator and right next to a red barrel, and one of them died on it, which was a little bit amusing. Tried to talk to them, but they weren't having it. I wanted to have a discussion. I wanted to be like, what's going on? Yeah. Okay, like, I've got to ask, did someone just blow themselves up? No response. I don't know why I bothered trying to push this. I mean, yeah. At that point, I should have turned around and run away. But hey, I was his first kill. I was that guy's first kill. So, you know what?
Me. I mean, one of them
doing
is
a
called
service.
and the other one, yeah.
It's just gotta love someone who calls themselves rat. Something I like to do, if you manage to get a legendary hunter, if you do have legendary hunters, and you get pack mule, I like to take 2 shots and 2 toolboxes, and then what you do, you take the first 2 shots. That's going to give you the experience for the shots at the very beginning of the game. If it's antidote shot, great. If it's stamina shot, even better. And then I like to take 2 loot boxes, because then what you can do is drop those loot boxes with pack mule, both of them at the very beginning of the game, and get a full set of consumables straight away. So Nagant Silence and the Springfield, so we're going for Dum Dum. I hear the crows, so I decide to just be patient, let someone pass. I figured they'll probably go to the wagon, and my hunch was correct. There we go, someone running. I don't take a pot shot yet, I wait for him to stand still, because I knew he would be, or she would be. Yeah, simple kill, nice easy kill. Just about listening and knowing and predicting what they were going to do. Simple. This was completely different, on the other hand. This was slightly later on in the game. I come across people who have been fighting, I believe. There's poison everywhere. And I can't quite work out if there's 1 or 2 people. There's a lot of like walking around and gunshots around here when I was approaching it, so yeah, it was a bizarre one. I didn't think I was going to kill anyone with that. It was more just try and get anyone to move. Firing a flare. This is where my aim gets particularly shocking. I mean, there was a tree in the way of that.
Thing. No, actually.
Wow. He underpeaked. So do get the rotate on him. just the shocking pistol shots. Sniper! Keep going with the same loadout into the next game. Get to the boss, and obviously goes red, so decide to back out. So I don't know where he was, but I knew he was around here somewhere. But he was behind the well. I think there was someone else approaching on this side as well, maybe underneath where I was. It seemed like he came out of nowhere, but he's definitely hiding behind that well. It's one of my favourite ways of killing people, because people don't realise that they blow up when you shoot them. Nice little clean kill there. Yeah, I was very pleased with those 2 kills in quick succession. This was when I starting to feel the jive again, feel like I was getting in the groove until this happened. And someone else has managed to get in while I was dealing with the other 2. Which, you know, irked me a little bit considering I started off the entire thing. Being shot from the left as well. And in hindsight, this is what I should not have done. Damn it. Like, why did I push it?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't smart.
It's the decision making. I think that's my biggest issue. That and aim, but my aim's always going to be bad. But it's decision making that I feel like I need to work on. So at the end of the day, usually when you die in Hunt, 9 times out of 10 it's because you've made a mistake. As I say, you know, I had a good game. Starting to feel a little bit better about, you know, how I was performing. I like that train entrance. It's used often as a way to sneak in, but people do trap it if you're not careful. Good hunters will trap it, especially because it's got the cloth by it, so it's hard to see. Of course, Strap decides to try and ruin my sneaking. It did mean that I get to steal a bounty, steal a banish, which is always satisfying when you sneak in to someone else's boss fight. So I'd been downstairs for a little while, which doesn't get used often downstairs compared to the upper floor. But I heard him coming in. I heard him pushing, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just wait. And it seemed like there was only just the one left, so. And the banish was about to be finished, so I was just keeping an eye, but slowly making my way towards the bounty. And yeah, nice easy kill there. And the great thing is he had a crack, which is a fantastic, obviously long ammo weapon. And I figure I'm gonna take that and start moving towards the other bounty. I decided to go for the double. They started moving towards me slightly, and so I figured, yeah, why not? Let's take on a duo that has the bounty, or the other bounty, should I say? No, I didn't quite see, but he did actually move across the water just before then. Now, I'm not quite sure how he got back to the other side either. I must have missed it by a fraction. I misclick and fire my weapon sometimes. Figured I'd go and try for the frags, but you never know. My idea here was to throw it in front of them and throw the other one behind them to try and get them to like run into the other. But I kept jumping into these barbed wires, which I know they're there, especially the second one. I knew was there, but it really slows you down if you're not careful. So didn't stay in view. I moved away, which is good. This sort of mid-fight decision making is what I struggle with sometimes. Get the kill there. And I didn't peek the stairs. I moved to the right, and that was the good decision I made, because he was looking up the stairs. It's these just sort of mid-fight decisions that I really need to keep making it, because that's yeah, that's what I struggle with. I do struggle with it. But yeah, you know, I had a really good game there to finish off. I had a pretty good game beforehand, and I just feel like I'm starting to get my momentum back a little bit. It's definitely been rough recently, and I think prestiging does help, because it forces you to put it all back to basics, use some of the more simple weapons rather than being fancy with you know, metal weapons or whatever. You're using just the basic stuff, and I think sometimes bringing it back to basics, especially when you're starting to struggle, when starting to, you know, just have these really poor games, can be a blessing in disguise. So yeah, so there's some of the things, you know, I like to use a Springfield early on. I like to use I like to make sure I get at least throwing axes, preferably knuckle knife as quickly as humanly possible, but I didn't really get much of a chance there to use it that much. If I come across a blueprint, usually the first thing I'll get is a knuckle knife, just because it saves so much headache with using the dusters, which I hate using them. I hate using them so much, but I love the knuckle knife. So yeah, but really my main aim early on is to just get enough XP with some of the basic weapons, Nagant, axes, Springfield, just to the point where I get to the Vetterli, which is what I unlock after this game. And so I like to focus then on just using the Vetterli until I've got to the point where I've got a few different levels and I can start using some other slightly more interesting guns. But you know, I love the Vetterli. I think the Vetterli is such a solid gun, and in all honesty, I think my next video will be all about the Vetterli. So until then, until my next video, let me know how you get out of your ruts, how you deal with the just hunt taketh all the time situations, which I'm sure happens to everyone. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, have a good one, and may your hunts be bountiful.